Hey there guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to take a look at the Ultra Bounce case from Casetify for the iPhone 15 Pro Max. And a big thanks to Casetify for sending these out for review. Now, when I spoke to Casetify, they actually asked me, what do you think of when you think of a protective case? And the first thing that came to mind was those old OtterBox cases that you saw on everyone's phone. And it's this double, triple layer case, and it looked like an absolute brick. Well, this is definitely not that. So if you're looking for a super protective case that still has really nice designs and actually has a good look to them, this one is definitely one to look into. So before we take a look at these, just some quick info on this. So I don't know if you'll ever drop it from this height, but you can drop this from over 32 feet. Over 32 feet and your phone will be just fine. And if you were just to drop it maybe from 4 feet, you could drop it literally over 200 times and your phone would be just fine. So that's just how insane this case is. And it is 6 layers and still probably thinner than those OtterBox cases I mentioned from before. Now, if you are looking at the Ultra Bounce case, the price of these is $112. However, of course, you can save 15% by going to my link, casetify.com/ianstech, and I'll have that linked down below as well if you wanted to go check it out. So, of course, any of the designs you see on this video today will be there, and of course, a bunch more. Now, the first design we're going to look at here is called Inside Out, and this is just kind of showing you the inside of what your phone would look like, which is a pretty cool design. We have the Qi wireless coil, you've got the magnets for MagSafe, couple different wires and everything in here. Just a really cool looking design. Now, this is not only available on the Ultra Bounce, it's also available on the other cases that Casetify offers. But of course, I just want to show you this design first because this is my favorite, and of course, some of the aspects of the Ultra Bounce case. So you can see already a difference. We do kind of have a thicker border around the edges, of course, for protection. The other thing that you may see as well is the corners. We have this really interesting design for shock absorption. And just to show you that a little closer here, and this is on all 4 corners, and it's a little bit bigger than the Bounce case. I will compare this to the Bounce case as well. But of course, it's just adding more cushion for, those corner drops. So if you are planning to drop your phone from 30 plus feet, this is definitely the one for you. As you can see as well on the back, we do have camera protection on this case. So this one actually has lens covers as well as a plastic piece to protect your camera. So everything on your phone will be completely protected. Now, the other good thing here is that this is not super thick. So it's going to obviously add a little bit of thickness to your phone, but for something that offers as much protection as the Ultra Bounce case does, this is not as thick as I was expecting. And then taking a look at the front, you can see on the inside, you can see another aspect of the frame. So this has 6 layers. One of those layers, of course, is this kind of interesting framing going on here. And that just adds more rigidity to the case. We also have that MagSafe ring as well. So you do have MagSafe on here. And popping our phone in is very simple. Of course, volume buttons first, and then pop in on each side. And there we go. First, taking a look at the back. You can see now, of course, it's a little hard to see, but I do have the blue titanium iPhone 15 Pro Max, so you can kind of see the blue there. But the cameras are completely covered there. And of course, everything's going to work just fine with our camera. So you can see every single camera is going to work just fine with those camera lens covers. Now you can see it's not going to add too much bulk to the phone, which is nice. And that camera cover has its own little lip of protection. So of course, no harm in putting it down on a table. Same thing, lip of protection around the front as well. That does rise up a little bit here. I do have an aftermarket screen protector on here, and as you can see, there's still a little bit of a gap there between that protector and the case, so it's not going to lift it up or cause you any issues. And of course, again, have that face down, so no issues there. Now, how does it feel in the hand? It feels really nice in the hand. It does add a little bit of bulk, but of course, again, this is a super protective case, so if you don't trust yourself or if you know you're going to drop this thing, definitely pop this on. This will definitely protect your phone. So from the front here, you can see that framing. Now taking a look at the side of the case, you can see it's not going to add too much thickness overall. Still a pretty decently thin case for it having 6 layers and offering as much drop protection as this does. But just taking a look at our buttons, you can see we do have a complete action button cover. That is nice and clicky. Our volume keys do have little slits next to them. However, so that will add debris and dust, just over time. Just take your case off every now and again and just clean that. But overall, button feel is still pretty nice. On the opposite side, we do have a spot for a lanyard if you want to use that. And then same thing as our volume buttons, we do have those slits next to the power button, so dust and debris, again, may get in there over time. Another thing to note, this case is made from recycled phone cases, which is a pretty cool thing that they do. So they do have actual drop-off points at some of the stores that they have where you can drop off cases to recycle, and those will get made into new cases. So a really cool way to keep things sustainable. Very nice to see. And on the bottom here, you can see we do have a cutout for our microphone, speaker, and USB-C port. And there you go. Now, all of these cases are MagSafe compatible, so of course, you can use any MagSafe accessory with this. And just to show you there, and of course, what's fun is this actually does cover that little MagSafe area on the back of the design, so I actually really like that. And just in case you're one of those people that changes cases often, if you're curious how hard or easy it is to take this out, it actually is relatively easy for it being such a tough case. Just use those corners that come with it and it'll pop right out. Now the next one I'll show you here is a custom design. So of course you can go on Casetify's site and do all kinds of different customizations and have a case that's completely unique to you. So as you can see in this example, we have kind of this nice gradient going on from kind of like an orange to blue. And then I have my name in these kind of large font just going vertically on the case. So of course you can have it horizontally, vertically, kind of large, kind of small, thick, thin font, all kinds of different customizations, but this is just a quick example on the Ultra Bounce case. Now, in comparison to the previous case, you can definitely see that framing a little bit here, so it does have thicker framing than the Bounce and other cases, but again, this is going to be super protective. So we'll pop our phone in, take a quick look at this one, and again, just go in with our volume buttons first, and then just try to pop in every single corner. And that's how that is going to look. So same thing all over again, just a different design, but that's how the custom case is going to look. Now the next design I'll show you here is called Metrics. Now you can see this one is clear. It kind of has a grid and XY axis and kind of goes to this point here. So it's kind of interesting look to it, but it is clear, so you'll be able to see the outside of your phone, which is really nice. You can also appreciate the framing here on the inside, so you can see that extra protection from the Ultra Bounce case, which is really nice. So we'll go ahead and pop our phone in and take a quick look at this one. So same thing is going to apply here, of course. Volume buttons in first, and then we can pop the phone in like so. And as you can see here, we actually get to appreciate our phone in all of its glory. And you do have that really interesting grid pattern going all the way around, so that looks really, really nice. And the next design I'll show you is called Bumblebee Pendant. So this one's overall clear, of course, but we have that bumblebee in the center, and that looks really, really nice. So again, this is completely clear, so you'll be able to see your phone. And of course, you have the MagSafe ring. You also have that extra framing around that you can see right through. So overall, this is gonna look really, really nice as well. And we'll pop our phone in real quick and show you that one. Going all over again, volume buttons first, pop in each corner, and there you have it, our blue titanium and our bumblebee pendant. Super, super nice. And the final design I'll show you here is just a plain clear design. So this one is going to show all the different aspects of the Ultra Bounce case, including that MagSafe ring and that extra frame around the inside. So, and you can see that a lot better here. But of course, this is going to show your iPhone in all of its glory, which is what we definitely want to see. So we'll go ahead and pop our phone in and take a quick look. And here it is with our blue titanium iPhone 15 Pro Max in there. Looks absolutely great. And that is our clear Ultra Bounce. And just to give you a quick comparison between the Bounce and the Ultra Bounce case, the Ultra Bounce case is going to be your most protective case from Casetify. This is going to offer that 32.8 feet of drop protection. You can drop it over 200 times from 4 feet. You've got 10x military standard. This is going to be the just tippity top if you need that ultimate protection. Now, if you don't need that much protection, the Bounce case is still going to be a great option. 21.3 feet of drop protection, 6 times military standard, and you can drop this over 100 times from 4 feet. So this is still going to offer a lot of protection as well. Now, the one big difference I did see with these two is, of course, you're going to have the thickest case is going to have 6 layers of protection. You do have that extra protection around the camera, of course, and you have those larger bumpers around the corners as well as the larger frame. In addition, with the Ultra Bounce, you only have the black option for the frame right now. That may change in the future. But for the Bounce case, You do still have the protection at the corners. Of course, it's just not as big. Still offers that nice cushioning. You don't have any camera protection, except for just the ring around the camera. So it'll protect, you know, around the camera, but if something were to hit the camera, it's not going to be protected like the Ultra Bounce would. And in addition, you also have more color options with the regular Bounce case. So for the framing, you have more options for that. As you can see, it doesn't show as much as the Ultra Bounce. You have that kind of thicker framing. You also have the framing on the inside. So this one just has less of that and also has more color options for the framing. But the designs are going to be, you know, cross-compatible. You can do this design on this case. You can do, you know, the custom on either of these. So really, it just is a matter of preference here. Now, there is a difference in price also. So the Bounce case is $92. The Ultra Bounce is $112. So just a little bit of a difference there. Now, if you are curious about these designs and more, check out my link, casetify.com/IansTech. You also get 15% off your order, so that'll bring either of these down. So if you are interested, definitely check out that link below. So there you guys have it, a quick look at the Ultra Bounce case from Casetify for the iPhone 15 Pro Max. We got a bunch of different designs here. Of course, there are endless designs and more on Casetify's website. Definitely check my link again, casetify.com/IansTech. Any questions or comments, please leave them down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.